Okay, in this video I want to show you a little bit about finances and how to create fees that weren't already created when you added the new attender group. And then I'll show you how to move fees and not just fees but also payments around after you've already applied them. So here we are, we're looking back at Nerd Camp. I'm going to get rid of this left side here so we don't have to see it. The finances section is over here on the right, and whatever you click on will actually show the finances over here. So if I click on the Dennis Smollett group, it shows the finances that are associated with this group. And you'll see that when we added him, there was $149 left on his balance from when he signed up for camp. There was $179 from just signing up, and then $20 from the horse ride, and then he paid $50. So there's a $149 balance. Now, by default, all of those fees go on the group. So if I were to add a second, third, fourth camper, it would still show up in group balance, meaning I click on the group and I see all of the fees over here. They aren't on the attender by default. That's because in general, I assume that if a group is coming, maybe you're in teen camp and this group is a church that's coming, I assume that they should be bringing you one check because they're a group. If each person is bringing you their individual check, I'm not sure that they're really defined as a group. But you may decide to use groups in a way other than that, and you may want to put the fees down on those individual campers. And I'm going to show you how to move those fees. The easiest way to move the fees is to actually, well, let me add a new camper here to this group. So in order to do that, I need to pull up another person. Let's see who's in here. There we go. Whoever this is, have no idea. But I am going to register. So I'm going to stay in this group. I'm going to register. I'm going to pull in this person. Click next. I'm going to answer this. And I'm going to make a choice here. That'll be a yes. Next. And as before, we'll choose a payment type. I'll just pay with cash, payment-cash, and we'll just pay those $50. And you'll see the camper that the fee is assigned toward right here. And you'll see that Dennis Smollett is the one the fee's against because Dennis Smollett is the group organizer. If you saw that from before, that should be familiar to you. So I'm going to enter payment, and I don't want to see the receipt, but we're going to refresh here. And we'll see that now our group balance is $298 and there's two campers in here. And all of these fees are against the group, not against the individual campers. Alright, but if I want those fees against the individual camper, the easiest ways to do that is now to go to the check-in box. And we'll go over all of the things you can do in check-in a little bit later. But right here, one thing you can do is you can open the fees, and you can see these fees. Oh, sorry, I lost my window there. There it is. I'm going to bring it up here. You can see that who's going to pay it. It's the Dennis Smollett group, and it's associated with the Dennis Smollett camper. And over here you see that these three are associated with the Austin Charleston camper. Well, if you want to move these fees to the camper, all you have to do is drag them from this fees box and drop them right on the camper that you want them to be on. So I'm going to do this one at a time with these. And then I'm going to do this one at a time with these onto Dennis. And then what you'll see is that these fees are now, instead of being on the group, these fees are actually on the attender. So I'm going to click here. When I check Austin, you'll see there's the fees for him. I check Dennis, there's the fees for him. Okay, so now if I want to work with these fees, this area on the right has several things that I can do. First of all, the Show All button will also show the fees that are paid, and it will show fees for voided campers. If you don't click Show All, then it won't show any fees for voided campers, and it won't show fees that are paid off. So by default, that's probably what you want to see is what's actually due. If you want to view the fee itself and maybe edit the fee, you click on the description right here. That lets you see the fee. It lets you see all the payments that were put toward the fee. So right now just one payment of $0 was applied toward the fee. The actual payment itself was $50, but 0 of that $50 was applied toward this fee. You can edit the fee here and change the amount or whatever you need to. You can also split the payment. Like if there was $50 paid toward here, but you actually need to move 25 of it, you'll be able to split that payment. And you'll see that here in just a little bit. So that's if you click on the description. If you click on the amount due, that's going to bring up the ability to pay. So you'll be able to pay this $20 amount due with a payment. Also, once you've done that, if you want to pay another fee, you can just drag that other fee right into here, and then now you've got both fees available in the same payment. The other way to do that is, of course, you can just check these boxes and click Pay Selected, or even if the boxes aren't checked, you can click Pay All. One thing about this is you can select one fee from this camper, and we talked about why this error is coming up in a previous video. But you can select this one fee from this camper, and then you can choose another camper, and you can drag that fee in from the other camper as well. So that's how you can pay multiple fees at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and enter this payment, and I'm going to go ahead and actually drag the other fees in as well. So now I've got all 4 of these fees in here, so we're going to pay off the entire balance for this whole group, and we'll just make it a payment cash again. And if I wanted to, I could edit in here how much is being paid, but I just want to pay the whole thing. Click Enter Payment. I don't want to see the receipt, so there we go. It's all paid off. Okay. Now, suppose that I actually, maybe I made a mistake, or maybe some of that money needs to be moved for some reason. I can click Show All, and I see all of these payments. I'm going to click the details, maybe on this remainder, camp cost remainder, and I see this $129 that's applied toward here. The whole payment was $298. We took $298 in cash, and $129 was applied toward this fee. Well, maybe 29 of that should have been applied toward another fee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click 29, and I'm going to split payment. So now we have, this is basically, both of these are the same $298 payment, but they've been split as if they were used to pay this twice. And I can now take this and I can apply it toward another fee, even on another camp. So I'm going to pull up Teen 1, and here in Teen 1 I should have some groups. Let me go over there. Let that pull up. It's taking just a second there. There it is. Okay, look at this group. Oh, nothing due on there. Here we go. There's a group balance right here, 270. This has been voided, that's why there's a line through there. See, I have the show all, and the line through shows that it's voided. But maybe I want to move money to this for some reason. All that I have to do is open the details of that right there. So now I have this detail, Nathaniel Della group in Teen 1, and I have this that was against Dennis Smollett. All I have to do is take that 29 and just drag it over to this other. Boop. And now we have moved $29, that $29 portion of this payment from this fee to this fee. And when you pull up a receipt, when you show a receipt for this payment, you'll see that this payment was split across all those different fees, across the 4 fees over here and this 1 fee here. It'll all show up on the same receipt. So those are some of the things that you can do with finances. There's a few more. Obviously, after you have created a group, you may want to create another fee beyond the ones that were created based upon the auto fees button over here. And you can do that just by clicking Create Fee, and that'll create a fee for this group. And you just put in what you want. And if you want it to be associated with one of the campers in the group, you do need to choose which camper it's going to be associated with. So then it'll be against the group, but it'll be associated with that camper. And that's what you'll see in parentheses, is that it's associated to that camper. And then the other thing is you may want to create a fee for the individual camper. So if I check the camper, his finances come up over here, I can click Create Fee, and that'll create a fee against that camper. And because it's just against the camper, you don't need to associate it with anyone. This box almost means nothing at that point. But you can create the fee from here. And that's how you add new fees. And in fact, you don't need these auto fees if you choose to do fees by either creating the fee on the group or creating the fee on the camper. But all this is it's a shortcut and a reminder that those fees should happen every time you add a camper. Alright, that's finances. Thank you very much.